Crypto, stocks, NFTs. Guys, let's go back to basics. Which one is the only asset you can control most of the time when you own it? Yup, it's real estate. Hi YouTube, it's Yashi, and today we're doing Real Estate 101, and we'll focus on the main terms you need to know to be able to make money with properties. But before we start, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe to help out the YouTube algorithm. Also, this is not financial advice. Please talk to a professional when it comes to investing. So let's start with the main term, which is home. Now you can have single family home, which houses one family, multi-family homes, which can be a complex with multiple units for multiple families. And if you dig deeper, you can also look at the type of home, which can be a condo, so an apartment, a townhome, or even a single family standing home. Which brings us to number 2. Most people cannot buy a house, so they tend to get a loan, which technically we call mortgage. Basically, they give some money up front and a bank gives us the remaining money to buy a house. Throughout the next 10, 15, 30, and now even 40 years, the buyer will now have to pay back the loaned amount every single month, on top of also paying a little charge, which we call interest, which is what the bank charges to make a little money to help you buy a house. Now the amount that the buyer pays every single month back to the bank is called PITI, which is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Principal is the actual amount that goes to pay the amount that you loan. Interest is that fee that the bank charges you. Taxes is the property tax that you should pay every single year. Banks tend to include it in your mortgage payment so that you don't run the risk of not paying taxes and having the property taken by the government. And last but not least, insurance. Banks want you to be insured on the property because if the property is destroyed, you still get some money back, which also protects the bank. Now, consequence of purchasing a good property and having a mortgage is equity. Equity is basically the amount of money that a house is valued, so the value of a house, minus the amount that the buyer owes to the bank. So if you buy a property that is $100,000 and you get a loan for $90,000 and put the remaining $10,000 from your pocket, you have an equity of $10,000 because the property is valued at $100K, you have a $90K loan, the remaining $10K is the equity that you own. Now here's where it gets cool. If you buy a house that needs some work and you renovate it for little money, you actually increase the value of the house. And the new, let's say, amount that you added to the house is the new extra equity you made, which is one way people make money out of real estate. Let's go back to the $100,000 house. Supposedly you buy that house and you renovate it. Now it's worth $200,000. You still owe $90,000 to the bank, but now your house is $200,000, so you basically made an extra $100K in equity, which means if you sell the house, you actually made an extra $100K in income. Now here to the last term of today, lease. When you buy a house, you can choose 3 things. Live in it, leave it empty, or rent it out through what we call a lease. Basically, somebody else moves in, and to live in your house, they pay you some money, which we call lease or rent. Now here's where it gets cool. If your PITI, so your mortgage payment that you pay every month, is lower than the amount of rent that you get every single month from a new person that lives in your house, you have what we call cash flow. Basically, the remaining money that you can put back in your pocket. Supposedly, your mortgage payment is $1,000 and your rent that you're getting is $2,000, you have a cash flow of $1,000. Cash flow and equity are the 2 factors that enable you to make money in real estate. I hope this video gave you some extra insights about real estate or even sparked some interest to learn more. I will post more about this in the next couple of weeks. If you have any question or any specific thing you would like to learn, please leave it in a comment. I might post a video about it and tag you on it. Thank you for watching. Ciao.